This short introduction to the Johnson & Johnson vaccine aims to equip you as healthcare workers with your decision to take up the offer of vaccination through the Sisonke program and outlines the steps to follow to access the vaccine. It's been a brutal start to 2021. On the front line have been our health workers, who are 3 to 4 times more likely than the general population to develop COVID. With a third wave likely this winter, we need to move quickly to protect our health workers. Plans to roll out widespread vaccination were at an advanced stage when the vaccine landscape changed, with news that the Oxford AstraZeneca or COVID-Shield vaccine was less effective than hoped against the 501YV2 variant that spread rapidly during the second wave. Fortunately, other research showed that the single-dose Johnson & Johnson vaccine was effective against the new variant, could also be stored at fridge temperatures for a period, and only required a single dose, making it an excellent first choice for South Africa's vaccination program. The trial that tested the single dose of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is called Ensemble and enrolled almost 44,000 people from 4 continents, including just over 6,500 people from South Africa. Ensemble showed that while the vaccine does not prevent mild symptoms, it does provide good protection against moderate to severe disease, excellent protection against severe disease, and complete protection against death. There were no deaths among people who received the vaccine, although a small number of people who did not receive the vaccine died from COVID. There were no safety concerns noted in the trial. There have also been no safety concerns in trials or vaccination campaigns of this particular type of vaccine when used against other diseases such as Ebola or Zika. The only downside is that it is not yet licensed. Rolling applications are underway in the US, Europe, and South Africa. It is important to emphasize that the fact that it is not yet licensed does not mean that it is not safe or efficacious. Sisonke is a partnership between government and the Medical Research Council that allows us to make the safe and effective vaccine immediately available to health workers through a research program. Sisonke is not the same as the usual clinical trial, but rather a way that research can help to make the vaccine available while the licensing process takes place. Usually, vaccines pass through the licensing process without being made available. But with the third wave likely, we simply cannot afford to wait. The South African Health Products Regulatory Authority has approved the use of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine in this way while it processes the full licensing. The Sisonke program has secured sufficient doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine for the first 500,000 of the country's 1.25 million health workers. The first batch of 80,000 doses arrived on the 16th of February, and further deliveries will follow every 2 weeks. Vaccines are initially being made available at 18 hospitals throughout the country, where teams of researchers and vaccinators are working together to deliver the vaccine to health workers up to 10 hours a day, 7 days a week. More vaccination centers will be added in the coming weeks. If you are a health worker, you are eligible to apply for early access to the COVID-19 vaccine. You must apply using the National Department of Health Electronic Vaccination Data System. It is the responsibility of the individual health worker to ensure that they are registered on the system. No vaccine will be provided unless you have registered. Registration involves 6 steps. First, register on the National Department of Health Electronic Vaccination Data System using the link shown here. You will need to provide some personal, employment, and health details. If you are eligible to enroll for the Sisonke vaccination program, you will receive an SMS invitation to apply to the Sisonke vaccination program. Respond to the Sisonke vaccine program SMS invitation. This part of the application should take 2 to 3 minutes. You'll need to complete it in one go. Click on the link in the invitation, sisonke.samrc.ac.za. First download and read the Sisonke participants leaflet and info. Provide the same ID or passport number you used on the EVDS system. Confirm your identity. Answer yes to the 6 questions that indicate your agreement to participate. Accept the terms and conditions, and then submit your application. Once your application is approved, you will receive an SMS with your voucher number and vaccination site. You will need this voucher number to get your appointment for vaccination at the vaccination site. The EVDS system will forward your application to the vaccination site, which will confirm your eligibility and schedule an appointment. Attend your vaccination appointment with your voucher number and your identity document. You might need to complete your personal, employment, and health details on a paper form. A clerk will confirm these details and your consent to participate. Next, you'll get vaccinated. You'll be requested to confirm your consent and answer some health questions before the vaccine is given into your upper arm. You'll be observed for 15 minutes. During that time, you'll receive your vaccination card. Finally, you'll receive an SMS confirming that you have been vaccinated with your vaccination proof code. This code will be useful to confirm in future that you have been vaccinated. Usual vaccine side events are common. Many people who receive the vaccine report pain at the injection site and flu-like symptoms, including muscle aches, headache, and feeling feverish. These symptoms can start around 6 hours post-vaccination and usually resolve within 3 days. These side effects reflect the body mounting an immune system response so that it can fight a COVID-19 infection. The technical term for this is reactogenicity, and is exactly like when our children are irritable for a day or two following usual childhood vaccination. Protection starts as soon as 2 weeks after receiving the vaccine, but is best from around 1 month. Receiving the vaccine is not a license to stop practicing our usual measures against the virus. The results of studies looking at the impact of the vaccine on asymptomatic transmission are still awaited, so we need to keep practicing distancing and using our masks. As a healthcare worker, you will need to still use PPE. We are not safe until we are all safe. We hope this short video has helped inform your personal decision to take up the Johnson & Johnson vaccine through the Sisonke program. Protecting our health workers ahead of a third wave is our #1 priority. Help us to protect you. Start your vaccination journey today by registering on EVDS.